So I haven't posted a video in a while, and it's not because I don't want to keep doing the YouTube channel, because I like doing it. It's just because I've been busy with life, you know? It's like my company is launching in Europe, so I've been trying to integrate our warehouse management system there and get the website built and set up to work for calculating VAT taxes and all of this. So I mean, it's been a lot of work the last few weeks, but you'll be pleased to know that I'm still going to the gym, still working out, trying to better myself, still watching Bitcoin, buying some every week. I buy a small amount of Bitcoin every week. It's just makes me feel good. And it's one of those things where I've talked about this before, that I look at Bitcoin as like a ticket to a free and open future with a strong monetary system. It's like every single country in the world is guilty of inflation and lowering the value of their currency, especially here in America now. It's just like there are some countries in the world where essentially they've just been printing from the start and their currency is incredibly devalued. It takes millions of units just to buy bread, that kind of thing. America's not quite there yet, but what we are seeing is that 40% of our money supply that's ever been made was printed in the last 2 years. This is going to have a ridiculous effect on the economy and just average people's lives. And the place that you're going to see inflation isn't in the Federal Reserve's report or the government's report on it. What you're going to see is the price of the things that you buy is just going to go up. And we're seeing that with housing. Housing is at an all-time high. You're seeing fuel prices rising. You're seeing the cost of groceries and things rising. You're seeing the cost of building supplies go up. And you know what? You're also seeing the stock market go up. And it's kind of interesting that our company essentially values itself based on the GDP and the S&P 500 index. So it's like if the top 500 companies in our country are just doing well and making more money on the books, then everything's great and our economy is flourishing. That's not the case, guys. It's not the case. The stocks are going up, but the cost of living for average people is going up even faster. Basically, what we're seeing is an inverse correlation with the value of stocks going up with the value of our dollar just going down into the toilet. So every time you look at the stock market and you think, well, how could this possibly continue to go up any higher? Just think, well, can the dollar go lower? And if the dollar can still go lower, then the stock market can still go higher without necessarily generating any more real value. So it's kind of a crazy place to be in. And every country has begun inflating their currency because it's too enticing. You have the ability to turn on a money printer to fix your problems. It takes a very stoic individual to not do that, much less a stoic country to decide not to do that. Like, how are they going to fight that? Anyway, so inflation's gone crazy. Where can you put your money where it's safe, governments can't meddle with it, you don't have to worry about inflation, and it's predictable? Bitcoin. It's the only thing. It's literally the only thing you can put your money in where it's predictable, simple, easy, free, secure, and you can send it anywhere in the world. I mean, it's incredible that we have this at our disposal. So people seem to lose touch of how revolutionary the technology is. Money has evolved over time. It's interesting. I just talked to my brother yesterday, and he was talking about how, in the end, everything is barter. All forms of commerce is barter. It's just at one point in our history, we realized that money was the best thing to barter for because it was essentially a wild card that you could use to barter for anything. And money just kind of took off after that. And there's been all different types of money throughout history. Like there's different tribes that use shells. There's a tribe that uses giant circular rocks as their currency. The larger the rock, the more valuable it is. And essentially, they would keep these giant stones in their city as like a treasury. There's the tally sticks that they used to have in old England, where essentially you would take a piece of wood, you'd mark down the wood what the value was, and then you would split it in half. So now you have two perfect halves that will go together, and then you keep one in the bank, and then you keep one on your person, and it's essentially proof that you have that value. And tally sticks worked for a long while. You know, gold obviously became a huge currency, and all precious metals became currency. But then over time, you know, the pure gold and pure silver coinage was debased, and we started seeing that there was less than 5% silver in the silver coins from the Roman Empire and things like this. It's like, you always run this risk. No matter what system we've ever had in place, somebody's going to debase it, someone's going to try to take advantage of it, a government is going to try to manipulate it. We've got something that is not tied to a government, a corporation, a person, that is unbreakable and unchangeable. I'm just stoked that we have something that's this dependable. In this modern world, you don't have anything that's that unchanging and dependable. And it's only been the first 13 years, you know? Keep watching. You know, it's like, over time, what do you want to put your money in? Something that's dependable, or do you want to put your money into something that's a gamble? I want to preserve my wealth for generations to come. So that's the reason why I keep buying Bitcoin. And man, it's just beautiful. I'm just looking at the mountains now on my drive. It's got there's clouds behind the mountains, so it kind of looks like there's even higher misty mountains in the distance. And yeah, it's a great day. I got my work cut out for me today, though, because we're doing our European launch this week, and I need to sell a heck of a lot of shoes, because we're also launching our end of the year sale. You know, it's just fun working in e-commerce and working in digital and all of this. And you know, our company is going to be accepting Bitcoin soon. That's something that I've been kind of pushing through, among other cryptocurrencies. But I was waiting for the technology to really catch up for e-commerce to be able to pull this off. But I had a call with Coinbase last week. They're inviting us into their managed platform, so I'm kind of excited about that. It was reserved for institutional investors for a while, but now they're going to open it up to e-commerce. So I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, things are all coming together, and I'm still here. I'm still chugging along. I'm still working out. I'm still trying to make good art and to make things happen in the world. And I'm mining fiat, baby. So I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.